On today's adventure, we're in Washington D.C. trying to complete as much as we can in 7 hours. I hope you come along for the journey and find out some really cool things to do when you get here. Hey everybody, we are back in DC. This is gonna be a shorter one. This is David.
Hey.
He's awesome. He's basically my brother. We look different, but it works out. Trust me, the math equals. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spend one day at DC and see what you can do. I know my other DC video, very long-winded. A lot of stuff that we did, but maybe this will be helpful for you. So we're just gonna highlight the things that we did within one day of DC. Now, something to remember about the Washington Monument is if you're gonna see this, you have to get tickets really early because they go out so quick. Now, you can try to get there and just show up like we're doing right now. We're gonna see if there's any extra tickets. But yeah, fingers crossed. However, the odds are not in our favor. Because, I don't know. But I've actually never been up this thing. I've always wanted to, but last time we were here, we tried like 4 days in a row and we didn't get it. And so, yeah, kind of stinks. So we just learned from Siri that this is 555 feet tall.
I can't believe Spider-Man climbed that.
I know. He was right there.
I got this.
Jeez. Okay, I gotta touch it. I must touch. Touch. Look at this sad day. I'm pretty sure they just keep that up all day. Dang. So in the Washington Monument, you're in between the Capitol, the White House, which is right over there, and then also the Lincoln Memorial. The African American Museum is actually a good museum to go to. Note to self, make sure you start at the bottom going up. Start at slavery and then go up to the 20th century, because I went the reverse and didn't understand everything for a little bit. But you do have to reserve tickets for it. It's not as bad when it used to be, because it used to be that you can never get a ticket, but I came same day and was able to get a ticket pretty quickly. So David has a great goal. The goal is to see stuff that you can't see anywhere else, which I actually think is a great premise for our day today, because that makes sense. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to things that you can't necessarily see. We're gonna go to the National Archives. We're gonna do some national treasure fun, if you will. Watch actually like Nicolas Cage. Where's Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just shows up behind us. Hey. Like, what? It's not the beach. Is it? Oh, no, not the beach! Not the beach! Ah! That honestly was the last time that I actually had like respect for him in a movie. And from that point on, I was like, I'm never watching his movies ever again. But then when he plays himself, it's actually really funny.
Oh,
so all right, we're going to our next thing that you can't really see anywhere else. The Hope Diamond, which is found in the
Museum of Natural History.
Thank you, Museum of Natural History. Okay, so want to just go straight to the Hope Diamond, or do you want to do like a little general walk around?
Walk around, yeah.
All right, cool. Oh, Australia. We have to do this one. What do you think the kangaroo's last thought was? That's so terrible. Like, what were they doing when they got this guy? Like, their faces look so like little dogs. Oh, is that dingo? Oh, you know you want to say it. I'm not gonna say it because that's very controversial, apparently. We're looking for the Hope Diamond. Oh, they cleaned it. Before it was really dirty.
He's very shiny.
Touch a meteorite. I dare you to lick it. There's also this cool little park. Trippy houses. That's actually concave, but it looks like it's the reverse of concave. This is also another little cool park that you can walk by. It has a really cool fountain, some like pieces of art, a little tiny food place you can eat at. We are on our way to the National Archives, I believe, where the Constitution is and all the other stuff. So we're gonna check that out because that's definitely something that you can't see anywhere else. Oh, that's not creepy at all. That daddy long legs.
From Stranger Things.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Archives of the United States of America. Another thing about when you go to some of these museum places is that the entrances aren't always in the front. They're actually on the side when you're trying to see these things. So, especially for this one, if you're trying to see it, the entrance is actually right there where those people are walking. So you go through this little line. There's actually no line. That's really nice. And you go to this little tiny entrance off the side. Okay, another thing I've noticed, when you first come in here, it's a little disorienting. So when you come in, there's a gallery back there, but there's a little tiny gift area. But if you want to go to some of the stuff, you have to go upstairs from here. Remember National Treasure? This is the same room.
Family documents are. The no-line system just goes straight to the back of the other cases.
Cool. So this is something that they stress a lot. You don't have to wait in line to see that. So you can walk in any direction in this room to see what you want. But there's always a line to the left, going from the left to the right. But you don't have to go that way. You can just run straight up down the middle to see things. All right, this is the National Gallery of Art. You can find a Monet in here and some other amazing things, which is pretty cool. It will take you probably around like a couple hours to see everything in that building, but definitely a worthy seaworthy. That's very piratey, but it's something to see, which is pretty cool. Right now, we're going to be on our way to go to the Library of Congress, so we have a little bit of a walk. But before you go into the Library of Congress, you have to reserve a ticket. They're free. But you just go on the website, look up Library of Congress, and then put your information in, and you can reserve tickets. It's pretty cool. Also, I don't know if we'll be able to actually get a ticket to tour the Capitol today, but the entrance actually isn't in that front area. It's actually in the back. So whenever you come here and you're like, oh, how do I get in? You think it's the front, but no, it's in the back. But we'll see if we are able to actually get in today. It's like short notice kind of thing, but sometimes you can. It's actually a really nice tour. It's pretty simple. You get to go at the rotunda area. Well, it's like the keep. There was an intention for that to actually be where they bury all the presidents underneath there, but they didn't end up doing that. As you know, George Washington is actually at Mount Vernon, which is a really cool place to go to if you ever wanted to. So there's none today? Yeah. There's none today. That's why with DC, you have to plan ahead. Sometimes you can get it, sometimes you don't. It just depends. But you're not missing out on anything. Yeah. It's fine, I'm okay. Yeah. It is pretty cool in there, but I thought there's gonna be more to it. Last time we did get to actually sit in the House of Representatives as they left. So it was like right after they were in session. To do that, you have to go to your state representative, like write a letter, or we actually walked up to find our state representative and they wrote us passes to go in, which is pretty cool. Okay, like I said, that's kind of the front area, but you think, oh, I'll go to the back and I'll walk up these steps. Nope, you actually have to walk all the way to the other side where you can't even see it right now, across this lawn to get in. Yeah, so the Capitol building's right there, and you take this little tiny walkway down and it goes down underneath the Capitol building, and that's where you do all the stuff. There's the Supreme Court. I don't know if you can actually tour the Supreme Court. I guess I can look up for you guys. I'll just tell you later on if you can actually do it, like somewhere around here. Okay, Library of Congress. Also, another thing is you don't walk up the steps to go in. You go in the side. You have to wait in like a little line. It's actually a real working library. So you can get a library card, go inside, do studying. I think there is some like things that you have to qualify for. But yeah, it's pretty chill. So once you go through security, you go around this loop. You get your ticket scanned, and then you go up the stairs. The grand reveal. Isn't it crazy? What? This wasn't open when I was here. This is something that's kind of cool about going to DC is even if you've been to a lot of stuff, there's new exhibits constantly going around, and there's so many museums that there's enough like exhibits for you to really enjoy it. Okay, now we're gonna go to the other side. We're on the second floor of the Library of Congress. We're gonna go to see Jefferson's library. So Jefferson's library was a library that he actually donated to for the Library of Congress, all of his stuff. So not all the books in there are actually from him because they got destroyed, I think, in a fire or something happened to him. But they found that so they're like flagged in different colors so that you actually have a, to see which ones are like authentically what they are and which ones they found later on. So all of this green stuff is like the original books that were in his library, which is crazy. I mean, look how many books he had. Very incredible. So there's a way that you can actually talk to a specialist through the video, and through that video you can kind of talk and ask as many questions as you want to, which is really awesome. It's a little loud in here, so everything echoes a little bit more. Okay, so this area is actually going to give you a great view of the Library of Congress. Now, here's the deal. There's always a person screaming at us to make sure you don't take videos while you walk up the steps because it takes so long. Because the temptation is to take a picture at this really cool painting up here or this cool tile thing. But don't stop because that person over there will talk to you and yell at you, which we learned last time. Okay, that's a way to take a tour. That's awesome. Okay, we're at our next place. This is called, what is it called? The United States Botanic Garden. I just read it on the side. This is just a cool place to chill. It's not too big. They have all these little gardens around it. You could just hang out, and there's all these different places. Look at it. Gosh, this place is so nice. Here's the cool part, is you can go to different biomes in different parts, I believe, of the US. This wasn't open last time I was here. Oh, misters, let's go. Oh, this is like a little kid play area. It's kind of nice. That's awesome. All right, now we'll go through different places. This is the Primeval Garden. Oh yeah. I dare you to lick it. Drink the inside. Oh, explore Jurassic. Oh, that's why it's like primeval. Oh my gosh, can you imagine just walking through this? Like when there's actually dinosaurs? Alright. There you go. Oh. Boing. Boing. I love elephant ears. Oh, oof. Oh, the desert. Let's go. Oh, little peppers. Strawberries. Oh my gosh. Oh, basil. That's some big basil. Oh, this is like all the medicinal stuff, I think. Plants. Oh, your mom will be happy. Orchids.
Like also guards and stuff.
Oh my gosh. The corpse flower. Wow, the corpse flower. How insane is that? Yeah. Once it opens, it smells like flesh, but it's merely a flesh wound. I've always wanted to see that. That is massive. Okay, so now we're off going to get some food because we are hungry and I'm extremely thirsty because I haven't had really any water today. The way that we find food, or at least the way that we decided upon it, is we look at a place called TV Food Maps, right? TV Food Maps. Yeah. And so what happens is it's like a whole list of stuff that TV shows have eaten at. And it usually just puts up a really good restaurant. So we're gonna be eating at this burger restaurant, Hamilton Bar and Grill, I think. So I'm gonna get a burger from there. But they're known for some specialty thing. But I just don't like the thought of going to a place that wasn't really tested yet. So we're gonna head over there. And after that, we're just gonna hit some monuments. If I advise you anything, do museums first and then monuments afterwards. Also, if you stay long enough at night, the monuments look incredible and look really cool. So what is your first thought? What did you order actually?
I got a bacon barbecue burger.
Thoughts on
Can't
it?
go wrong with that.
And with sweet potato fries.
Yeah, it was really good.
Really good.
Yeah, the ranch was solid. Always nice.
Got it medium, which is the only way to eat burgers, I feel like.
Service was good.
Yeah, overall pretty decent. I got the blue cheese bacon burger,
Yeah.
and something like that. But it was really good. Service was pretty chill. It's pretty standard issue. Guy felt like he was a little bit maybe like he was a little busy, so but he was the only one in there for a bit, or it was like lower staff maybe. But it's definitely a place I wouldn't mind eating and recommend to anybody else. So you should definitely come. It was pretty chill. Yeah, and not too far from the main area. Now we're gonna go to the Smithsonian Castle. We'll see if it's open, if renovations are done, because I don't even know what's in there. The King of the Castle, the King of the Castle. So I'm hoping that will be open, because that's something I didn't get to do last time. And it seems like a really cool place. Blue Chicken, that is the modern art museum, which I probably said that wrong, but that's the modern of something, of art. Yeah, with the blue rooster. Okay, so if you look down this corridor, or if you look down this street, you're gonna see this little tower. You can go up that tower for free. It's actually, I believe, the US Postal Service or something tower, but there's a cool place where you can have a drink and hang out, so that's definitely a place to go to. Here's the National Museum of the American Indian. It's a cool museum. When you go into this museum, start at the top and go down to the bottom. Just another little tip from my fiasco with the African American Museum. Right over here, these really cool looking buildings, these little rectangles, that's the Air and Space Museum. Make sure that you reserve it early enough, either like a couple days before or the morning of, right? That you have the opportunity to reserve for the Air and Space Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there is another one that I want to go to that has like an SR-71 bird and some other things that's way bigger than this. That's somewhere in Virginia, about 40 minutes away from here. So one day I hope to go to that one. Oh, it doesn't look good. I'm nervous that this is still closed. I hope it's open. Yeah, the Smithsonian Castle is not open. When will this dang thing open? I want to see it. It looks so cool. But I feel like it's never gonna open. What should we go next? Should we look into the Asian Art Museum, or should we just keep on looking at it?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Oh yeah, because I've never been in this one. The first time.
Cool.
And that way you do 1, 2, 3 and loop around.
Okay.
And then once you get back here, you know you have done with this floor, the West Building. If you have time, go downstairs. This is our permanent collection. This is the temporary one.
All right, now we are on our way to take a look at the White House. And so I haven't walked this way in a long time, so we'll see how we get there. I love cityscapes like this. This looks so cool. Okay, here's the White House. The front doesn't look as cool. The back is the one that actually looks pretty decent.
Besides the back?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. It always looked like the front.
So here's the White House. It's in a way kind of anticlimactic. From the front, it looks not as kind of cool. I mean, it's cool, but it's behind, you know, the whole gate thing, which I understand why. But it is kind of cool seeing something that you see on TV for a good amount of time. As you see, we've done so many things today so far, and now we're about to go to a lot of the memorials and whatnot. But you can honestly do everything, or not everything, but a good amount in one day's time. Dang, this building looks intense. So we'll go to the South Lawn and see what that looks like. The better view, if you will. Okay, the view you guys have all been waiting for. Fence. Lots of fence. Okay, we're at our first memorial. It's the World War II memorial. One of my favorites.
Oh, Atlantic in the Pacific. That's cool.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And they have every single state represented by each one of those little towers. And then there's stars in the back over there. Each star represents 100 people that died in World War II. There's certain like angles of it that make this monument look We're at the Lincoln Memorial. We only have this and 2 other places, and we've done a lot in one day. Jeez, we've done so much. If you're wondering, they're actually building a museum underneath this whole thing. So this is all temporary as far as the ramp and all those other things. So it will go back to what it looked like before. I was worried at first. I was like, this looks so bad. But it was pretty cool. This thing is so tall. If you look at, my height is probably about right here compared to the statue itself. Like, no matter where you're at, there's gonna be like a person looking at you. No matter where you have, there's one person that's staring at you, which is like such a crazy design. I think for me, like it's almost haunting.
Yeah, it is.
Then the sketches in the back, they're almost like ghosts, if you will, but those are actually real pictures of people in the back. Okay, that's a wrap for today. I hope you enjoyed a lot of our different things and found some really cool sites for you to be able to see. Any honorable mentions from today that you were like, wow, this was awesome?
Get your tickets for the Washington Monument in advance.
Yeah, get it like within the first seconds of the 8:30, was it, right?
Yeah, and the National Air and Space Museum too.
Yeah, because those are definitely 2 hot ticket items that I would love to see, that I still have yet to see. If you're interested in more videos, you want to see a little bit more of Washington D.C., follow, like, subscribe. I have some other videos out there for you. So, talk to you guys later.
Coming up soon, we're going to the Virginia Air and Space Science Center in Hampton, Virginia. It was a really cool place, and we got to press a lot of buttons. Like and subscribe so you won't miss out on more adventures coming up.